Oh no! Oh no! Oh, rats in a basket! I forgot I had a YouTube channel. So it's been a minute since I've uploaded, and that's on me. That's not on you. Y'all are doing a great job. It's me. I've been a little disorganized, and I think in 2025 the goal is consistency, both in video uploads on this channel and how many games I play. I played a lot of games in 2024, but it felt I want to be more intentional about it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I want to be organized this year and really tackle games, because I felt like I'll get super distracted. Have you ever had this where you're trying to figure out the next game to play and you've got a big backlog because Game Pass and Steam sales, and of course you're going to buy that game for $7 because you're going to get to it and it's better than paying, 30, 40, 50 bucks. And then you never get to it, like 2-3 years go by and the new shiny has dragged you away from it. That's how I feel. I want to tackle that. I want to be more intentional. So I've made 2 lists, a backlog list and a new release list. Now, it's going to be subject to change because there are certain games, for example, I don't really think are coming out in 2025. So they're not on the list, like GTA 6. I think it's getting delayed to 26. If it comes out fall 25, like they're currently saying, of course we're going to put it on the list. I'm playing GTA 6. But I doubt it. The other thing would be like if a new game comes out of nowhere, I haven't heard of it, I want to be able to put it on. Or if I play a game and now I want to play this developer's back catalog, maybe I add those in. I don't know. Right? We're trying to form this thing still. But I think the plan is going to be to stick to the list as much as possible. So we should probably get into the list. I give you the list. New release, a little more straightforward. It's games that are coming out that I want to play in 2025, and I want to play them probably while they're fresh out the oven. So we've got like Sniper Elite Resistance, Doom the Dark Ages, Fable Replaced. A lot of these are on Game Pass, which is interesting because I feel like Game Pass isn't always for me. Like, not every month do they have a game I really want to hit, but they've been getting better at it, and I feel like 2025 has a ton of games. Now, obviously, some of these could get pushed out. Bushiden has already been delayed a bunch. Expedition 33, that one was recent. I don't know if that's gonna for sure hit 25. Xbox is like famous for delaying some of these games. Fable, Doom, South of Midnight. If they hit, like, that's gonna be awesome, but we'll see. I've also got like Ghost of Yotei on there, Mafia: The Old Country. Things I think are gonna hit that I really want to get to, right? We've got a few that got announced at the Game Awards that I believe are 25, like Dispatch and Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. We're going to try to get to these, right? Judas, let's see if Ken Levine's game is actually going to hit 25. And I've got 20 games on the list so far, which is quite a lot of new releases. I'm not sure what platform I'm going to hit some of these on if they're not like exclusive to a console like Yotei, or they're not on Game Pass, so we'll have to sort of see how that happens. If you see anything that's like a new release that I'm missing on this list, if you're eagle-eyed, because I know I'm like doing this, I'm like, if you see anything you miss, do you see anything you miss? But if there's something you think of that is, for whatever reason, not on this list that I'm presenting to you in the most convoluted way, whoops. Yeah, let me know in the comments. What are you most excited for this year? Because maybe I'm missing something. And again, if I don't have it on here, it might not be because I don't want to play it, but it might be because I don't believe it's coming out in 2025. Also, I don't have release dates for a ton of these, so hard to figure out where they're going to slot in. A lot of times what I find happens to me is I'll go a whole month where like none of these games are appealing to me right now that are dropping, and then all of a sudden it's like, welcome to August, we're dropping 7 games you want to play. And I mean, that's part of how the backlog happens. So let's talk about the backlog. I limited this. I have a bunch of games I want to get to. I mean, Steam sales and Game Pass are a real son of a bitch. But we're gonna narrow it down. I narrowed it down to, I think, scroll, 30 games. 30 games on the list. And they're kind of from all over the place. Primarily they're on Steam, so some of these I added because like Onimusha Warlords I played way back in like, I don't know, 2003 on the original Xbox, but after seeing the announcement for the new Onimusha at the Game Awards, I want to hit this one again. I never played any of the like Onimusha 2, 3, whatever, the one with the French actor from Mission Impossible 1. You know what I'm talking about? I never played those. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm going to see how I feel with Warlords. I don't know if I have the system to play those even. But then we've got stuff like Intravenous. We want to hit the Dead Space remake. We don't want to cut anything. We want to do The Last of Us Part 2 is a big one I want to get to. I still have not played Part 2. I really liked Part 1. I'm more of an Uncharted guy. Like, Uncharted 4 is one of my top PlayStation games ever. I liked The Last of Us Part 1. I didn't like it as much as Uncharted 4 or Uncharted 2. But I want to give this one a shot. Obviously, there was a lot of like, you know, the ending got spoiled all those years ago, and so it just sort of, it took the hype out of it for me. But I do want to go back and play the final, or the most recent like Naughty Dog game. I mean, the level of fidelity you get there, I want to experience it. We've got Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. That's like one of the only campaigns I think I've missed. I've gotten most of the others. I just never played this COD. I want to knock it out. Shadow of the Colossus is another one I feel like I kind of want to knock out. It's always appealed to me. I've just never gotten around to it. Not a ton on Switch, but I do have like Mario Wonder I still want to cross off. I think, yeah, Metroid Prime Remaster and Astral Chain. Astral Chain is one of those that I started and sort of abandoned. And I just want to go back and give it its fair shake. The Witcher 3 is like that as well. I feel like that's such a glaring... I feel like there's no game more than The Witcher 3 that I want to like, and I just haven't been able to connect with. Because everybody loves The Witcher 3. And I've started it like twice, and I always fall off just a few hours in. I don't know what it is. It just feels like, is that how I spelled Shadow of the Colossus? Oh my gosh. This is, oh, we'll fix it. We're fixing it. Oh, God. Back to The Witcher. I feel like I should like it. Everybody loves it, but it's like there's so many icons and tutorials and stuff happening, and the combat doesn't feel that smooth to me. And I remember the last time I tried it, I think it was like on Xbox, and I had the DLC downloaded with it, and I got to a whole thing where this guy's explaining to me like the quest. I stumbled onto like a side quest, and then I was like 18 levels too low for it, and it just annoyed me, right? That I went through all this like cutscene and dialogue and was prepped to go into the cave or whatever. This priest was like, oh, go down there and this monster. And then I realized when I was pulling up menus, like, oh, I'm like 20 levels under. And it soured me on it. And I just hopped off and I never went back to it. But the game is beautiful. It's a fantasy action RPG. It just seems like it's what I should like. And it's so beloved. I want to give it a fair shake. So I think we're going to get Witcher 3 in there to really try it out. Dead Space Remake, I missed that. I want to get to that. Max Payne 1 and 2 and 3 even are like the only, well, Max Payne 1 and 2 are the only Remedy games I've not given a shot. And I'm a big fan of Remedy, so I want to go in there and knock those out. Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, and Devil May Cry 5. I've never played any of these series. I used to watch my cousin play Devil May Cry when I was a kid, but never played it myself. Why am I not starting at the beginning, you ask? Because I don't want to. I want to play the newer, more modern ones and see if I vibe with it. And if I do, I think then, if I love it, I'll go back and play some of the older stuff. Because I find a lot of times with older games, some of them hit just on their own, but some of them you really need the nostalgia or the love for the series and the desire to watch it evolve. So that's how we're doing that. I've only ever played Mafia 1, so I've got Mafia 2 and 3 on the list. I want to knock those out in time for Mafia the Old Country, which is on my new release list. Also, we got Uncharted The Lost Legacy, the only Uncharted game I haven't played. Gears of War Judgment's on there too, because that's the only Gears of War game I haven't played, and I am a huge Gears of War fan. The Messenger, that's a fun one. Started that one, haven't beaten it. So yeah, that's sort of these are going to be, they're going to fit in where they fit in, with the new release stuff taking precedent, because I want to be able to make videos that people actually watch. And I think I got a better shot with some of the newer releases on that. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. Press pause bi-weekly because I like to talk about game news, but I also want to cover these games. And I feel like I was getting behind trying to do press pause every week. I wasn't working on videos for like games I've been making. I've got In the Chamber we're working on, and I'm saying this now to sort of try to lock myself in and commit, but we're working on. I've got a Days Gone video I want to do, and Mafia DE. I'm not sure if there's any. Off the top of my head, I'm not thinking of the others, but I think there might be some others. I might do one on some of the Alan Wake 2 DLC if I get through the second DLC. First DLC was incredible, loved it. I haven't gone back to do the second one, which I believe ties in more directly to Control. Looks really good. I just need to know if I can squeeze it in. And December is getting tight because I'm trying to finish Indiana Jones. I'm trying to finish a replay of Mass Effect 3 in the Legendary Edition. And I want to knock out that Alan Wake DLC. So we're rushing to hit January 1st, because when January 1st hits, I want to focus on these lists. I really feel like I'm making such a rambly video here. If it gets a bunch of views, this channel will become a ramble channel. But otherwise, we'll be going back to like the more structured rants and like press pause and my game reviews, which you can check out. I should go.